Who's ever done this, shame on you, and shame on you if you liked it.
You crazy.
I don't want to be snooty, but that was really bad.
Welcome back to Spirits Collective.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Aiden.
And this is the show where we all learn to drink together.
And today, we got a special treat for you guys. We got Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey.
Our first ever flavored whiskey on this channel.
All right, so Fireball, it consists of traditional Canadian whiskey mixed with cinnamon flavoring. This bottle is 66 proof or 33% ABV. This bottle is produced by a Sazerac company in Frankfort, Kentucky. This bottle's been out for around 30 years, but was just recently made popular when they updated the logo and the name. So, Alex, what experience do you have with Fireball?
Just the that one song that goes Fireball.
Really?
Yeah, like when I started drinking, I've always wanted my liquor sort of go-to to be tequila, and I got into it pretty quickly. I would never sip on it how I do now, and I would drink pretty crappy tequilas, and that was always my go-to for shots or for mixing or anything like that. I would never really liked whiskey.
Wow.
Yeah, what about you?
I mean, Fireball, dude. I bought bottles of this, just like 750 ml bottles, just to drink from the bottle, swig. Take swigs from it. I've taken shots of it. When we had our New Year's thing like a few years ago, Corey took a bottle and was just kind of passing it around. Everybody was just taking shots before. This was pre-COVID. But yeah, for those of you who say that this bottle is your favorite whiskey, I'm sorry to break it to you, but this is technically not a whiskey. Although
elaborate.
So this was produced in Canada originally, and it's made with traditional Canadian liquor. Traditional Canadian whiskey, but they can't call it Canadian whiskey because by law, in order to call something Canadian whiskey in Canada, it needs to be 40% ABV or higher. So they got away with just calling it whiskey. In the United States, you have to have 40% ABV or higher to call it whiskey. But the way that they get away with it here is that if you have a flavored whiskey, you can call it whiskey, but
flavored whiskey.
Yeah, you can call it a flavored whiskey, but it needs to be at least 60 proof, which is 30% ABV, and it needs to include the name of the flavor that is most dominant in the drink, which is cinnamon in this case. So that's the way they got away with calling it whiskey in the United States and Canada.
Yeah, so it's flavored whiskey.
It's more of a liqueur.
But should we don't have this is the little...
Yeah, this is a 375 ml bottle.
So this is the half bottle.
It's a half bottle, and you can get the half bottle for around $9. You can get the full size bottle for about $18-20, somewhere around there in South Texas.
Let's go ahead and pop this open.
Yeah. No cork. Don't expect one with this one. All right, so we got the Fireball poured. Right off the bat, if it looks like a traditional whiskey, I mean the look of it and everything, it looks kind of thick. I'm getting some really slow dropping tears.
They're slow, but they form pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I'm expecting this to be really thin. It is flavored whiskey, so it is
I'm
under
expecting
80
this
proof.
Another fun fact about this, I'm expecting it to be like a syrup. So if you were to drink a 1.5 ounce shot of this whiskey, it contains 11 grams of sugar. That's 25% of that shot is sugar.
Good Lord.
So this bottle is 33% alcohol. It almost has as much sugar as alcohol in the bottle.
Wow.
Which will give you a hangover, and it's going to take longer to get that buzz that you want.
Yeah. So worth mentioning for those that are trying to,
stay
get
healthy.
crunk and stay healthy. But right off the bat, I haven't even put my nose on there. Should we go down in the nose?
Yeah, let's go on the
I'm
nose.
getting that cinnamon candy.
Dude, the Red Hots, right?
The Red Hots, yeah. They look like the Mike and Ikes. They're like red.
Yeah, it doesn't matter
Cinnamon.
how deep you put your nose. It's just cinnamon.
Yeah.
Like
it is like a natural like
they use
it reminds me of the candy.
All right, yeah. So they do use natural cinnamon sticks and sweeteners. So there is some natural stuff about it.
So then Red Hots also has some natural cinnamon because this is just like Red Hots. You know what I mean?
But it also
that gum. What gum has cinnamon? That big gum.
Oh, big red. I don't know, something. But you know what? If you smell it, it actually kind of smells like actual cinnamon sticks, like you're putting them in abuelita chocolate or in.
Yeah, like natural. It's like very natural.
It smells like natural cinnamon.
It's
to me.
good, yeah.
All right, but
definitely not whiskey. Just having smelled it on the nose, definitely not whiskey. For those of you drinking with us, this is Fireball. You probably have some in your liquor cabinet right now or in your freezer.
A lot of people keep it in their freezer.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know, but let's get in there. Cheers. That is delicious. 100% not whiskey, having tasted that. But I mean, that's good. It's not overly sweet, but had you not told me that, I wouldn't have known that there was so much sugar in it. But it's not overly sweet for me.
It's pretty sweet.
It's very pleasant. Sweet. Yeah, it's sweet, but not like, you know. I like that. I don't know if I would ever sip this or shoot this. It's just not for me. Like I said, I was always more of like straight liquors, and my go-to was usually tequila. So I would stay away from flavored stuff or yeah.
A fun thing would be when Fireball started to gain popularity, because it is like one of the best-selling liquors or whatever in the world, whiskeys in the world. All the big boys started to come out with their cinnamon-flavored drinks, like Jack Daniel's Tennessee Fire and Jim Beam Fire something, you know. So it'd be fun to kind of compare them to see how close they are and who comes out on top.
The best, yeah.
Because I mean, this is the OG. I mean, it's not terrible. Obviously, like I've had a lot of fun with it. It's fun to shoot. It's a fun drink, but it's not a whiskey.
Yeah, I can confidently say having smelled it and tasted it, definitely not whiskey. There was nothing whiskey about it. It was just cinnamon flavored juice. There was not even any alcohol at all.
I'm ready to try this on the rocks.
But yeah, let's go to on the rocks. So we got the cinnamon whiskey in the glass. Fireball to be exact.
I think it's gonna be good. I mean,
it's probably
At the liquor store, they have like a dedicated freezer just for Fireball.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Ooh, it's like a crispy,
super nice,
fresh cinnamon.
It's like you're smelling like a little bag of cinnamon sticks.
Yeah, it's nice and crispy.
Smells like Christmas.
I mean, yeah.
All right.
Delicioso. Ooh, I don't know if I like that.
Damn, that's sweeter.
Yeah, it brought out the sugar way more than the cinnamon.
Whoa.
Not for me.
That is sweet.
But for those who want it sweeter, you're scared of alcohol. 0 alcohol taste in this at all, right? Neat or on the rocks. But if you're still scared, probably lean for on the rocks, because all I got was sugar and then very little cinnamon.
Bro, that is insanely sweet. What the fuck? What the hell are they thinking?
Yeah. Well, it's on the rocks. Like, oh yeah, well yeah, people chill it.
God damn.
I do want to try something. Just because why not? Yeah.
Sugar and sugar.
So people who lean for this probably mix it, and one of those is probably going to be Coke. And so we put a little bit of Coke in here for you guys.
Just a splash.
Just a splash. First time ever we've done this on Spirits Collective. You guys are witnessing history.
God damn, Alex. That's terrible.
That's just like
oh, that is terrible. That's just sugar.
Get simple syrup, right? Which is 50-50 water and sugar. And then throw some sugar cubes in there and then
That's
mash
what this
that in.
is.
And then pour in some water and then garnish the rim with some more sugar. And that's Fireball with the tiniest splash of Coke.
You taking another sip? How could you, man? That's crazy.
Oh, I got a little Coke there. Yeah, that's really bad.
Bro, you need to have like a major sweet tooth to enjoy this.
Yeah, major sweet tooth.
I've actually seen somebody mix this with apple juice.
Apple juice?
Thinking like an apple pie, you know, like apple cinnamon pie.
Yeah, apple juice with tons of sugar, probably more than Coke.
So, Alex, being somebody who surprisingly doesn't have a whole lot of experience with Fireball, what do you think?
It was good. I mean, very cinnamony. It was exactly like Red Hots, or what are they called? Hot Reds, big Hot Reds, or hot.
Aren't they Red Hots?
The cinnamon Mike and Ike looking candy. It's like red.
Yeah.
That's what it smelled like. Neat, not overly sweet for me, but very sweet, and had cinnamon in it. On the rocks, it was nice and crispy. The cinnamon was very fresh and just awesome. But then we tasted it, it was just like it was just pure sugar. I mean, this is for the people that like to drink but don't really like to drink. I don't know how you would use this in a cocktail after having just added the tiniest splash of Coke and it not working. This is for the people that want to drink but don't want to drink, and they're just gonna shoot this and they're still gonna make a face. If that sounds like you, this is your whiskey. Not for me though.
Damn.
My verdict is no.
All right, I'm gonna come at this from a few different angles. If you're somebody who likes to party, you're somebody who likes to take shots, and you're somebody that wants to get all f***ed up, I recommend it.
And you want a major hangover.
Yeah, you want a really nasty hangover, and you want it to take a little bit longer than it would to get drunk. I recommend this.
Yeah, that's who this is for, honestly.
Yeah, college parties. I mean, parties, just
College
people.
parties, girls.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fun drink. Like, it's fun to shoot. It's fun to get drunk with. But if you're somebody who wants to get into the world of whiskey and you're like, oh, maybe I'll go try some Fireball. It might be a little bit easier because it's flavored. You're going to drink this and then try whiskey and you're going to throw up. Because they are way different.
Yeah.
This is
definitely not whiskey.
not whiskey.
Definitely
This
not.
is 100% not whiskey. It's super sugary, super sweet. I would not recommend it to somebody who wants to learn how to drink whiskey neat or on the rocks or in any way, really.
Yeah. With that being said, though, it was fun. I'm excited to do more flavored stuff, or actual flavored whiskeys. Like peanut butter whiskey is a really big one. There's quite a few brands that do a really good peanut butter whiskey. We're gonna try and do that for you guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just sort of just trying to broaden what we do on here and make it more fun.
This was my way of checking all those people who say that Fireball is their favorite whiskey.
Yeah, definitely don't say this is your favorite whiskey to someone you know who's a whiskey drinker, because
You might get slapped.
you might get slapped or they might just walk away from the conversation. But yeah, drink what you like, and I don't know, that's all I got.
Yeah, I might tell you though, now that I know that if you tell me it's your favorite whiskey, I'll just say, well, it's not really whiskey, but
I'll probably just be like, oh yeah, this is cool. But cheers, everyone. One last sip.
don't forget to like and subscribe. I don't know.